Repair of snapper, lawnmower deck, and blade replacement. William Hovey Smith, 2012.
I'm Hovey Smith, sometimes known as a backyard sportsman. Well, our sporting activities today have to do with emergency lawnmower repair. It seems when you get to be a certain age, about everything you got sort of halfway works. Well, that's the case with me and this lawnmower right now. The first symptom was it threw its belt. Oh, that's unusual. Started to look out why. Well, seems like the front deck here had become detached from the front. These limbs were bent, so I went ahead and straightened them out. All right. Obviously, the blades needed replacing, so while I had the deck off was a good time to do that. And I found another problem. Right down here at the bottom, right there, there are some tears in the metal where the attachment plate that holds the deck up on the front had torn them. This gives you a closer view of the problem that we're facing with those tears in the metal. You can see those radiating tears out from the square corners. Each of the four have, well, tears about an inch long almost. Phase 2 of our lawnmower repair project is underway. Now we have put in blades here, and one minor adjustment we had to make is to take our Dremel tool and actually trim a little bit off these corners like here to keep them from scrubbing against the sides. So that we did. So if you put your blades on, you want to make sure, particularly on an old lawnmower that's beat up like this, that they will clear. Okay, got that taken care of. So we're just about through now cutting this aluminum off. So we'll go ahead and finish that. There we go. And I've just used a hacksaw blade to do that. Somewhere around this place I've got a hacksaw, but I don't know where it is, and I'm not going to waste time looking for it. So now we have a good piece of aluminum that we'll back up those holes with. I now have the aluminum plate, so we're going to spot some holes here and see if we can get something to work. Okay, a pilot hole drill. Now we have something I put a bigger bit in. All right. And a larger bit. Plate is getting hot. Got a pretty looking hole though. That might not be all bad. Yeah. What I think I'll do is enlarge this just a little bit, and that way I'll be able to use these original nuts and bolts. looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, that's certainly good enough for a tri-fit. Now that is going to hold that plate in the work. I'm going to drill the hole from the opposite side, and we're going to use this block to keep this plate, which is held by one point, from rotating around as I try to drill it. So we'll put in the pilot hole from the bottom and then come back and put in the larger hole. So now is the time to reattach the front end hanger as it was. This is certainly sufficiently thick to provide support from the top, but I'm going to have to put something under here just temporarily to hold it up till I get the first screw started. So that is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and maybe this bristle brush will do. Just anything to keep them up a little bit so I can grab them. Okay, maybe that does. Yeah, I think so. All right. Index some holes here. One's in at least. Catch it with a couple of threads. All right, that's in. Now the other one, we need to wiggle a little bit. There we go. Good boy. Okay. And that's catching too. That aluminum has enough bite to hold. Okay. We are now at the stage of reattaching the deck to the lawnmower. Well, you can see the new blades, and you can see my goodie repair down there. So the first thing I'm going to do is block the rear wheels and see if it will fit. There's no real reason why not. You see, these fit as they should now. And I'm going to put this hanger on there because it'll be easier to pull from one point than try to manipulate two. So we'll attach the front end first and then attach the rear. That's approximately right there. We tried doing it from front to back, and I can't really manage it that way by myself, but maybe I can if I do it from back to front. So we're going to take it apart the front, pull it back, and see if I can get the rear end hung, and then with maybe only one thing to put on the front, get that done. That's possible. Got one in. Okay. Now we'll see if we can get the other side in. So that gets us the back end attached. Now, if we can get the front, we're home. from this perspective, you'll be able to see a little bit what I'm doing. All right. So pull forward and up. I'm going to try to block the deck up, and then maybe I can move it better. Okay, that's an inch anyway. That's another inch. Okay. Now that's got it 3 inches higher. Will that do? Yeah. 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 All right. Got it through. We've got it rehung now. Oh, that's how you solve that problem. You put your wooden blocks under it. That way you don't have to lift the whole weight of the deck. And once you elevate it, then it's fairly easy to get the pin in. So that's what we did. From this low angle, you can see a little bit. This is one of the pulleys. This is one that cuts. This is an idler pulley here. And this is the main one from the engine right here. So the belt has got to go from here, around the cutting edge, around the idler pulley, around the other side to catch the other pulley. So that's what we're going to do. Well, we now have the belt on. How did we do? Smoke test. Well, this is postscript on Snapper Lawnmower Repair. And it has worked. We've just cut about 2 acres of grass. And it's doing just fine. Although, I do believe I have the blades on the wrong way. That is, they need to be flipped over. Because I am cutting with the back of the blade. And guess what that means? It still cuts pretty good. Yeah, it does. Look around you. Yeah, when I get some help, and I can put this thing upright so I can get back at the blades again, then I'll go ahead and reverse them. If you have new blades on your lawnmower, and you have a piece of very rough ground to cut, go ahead and cut it with the back of the blade the first time. It'll come out just fine, and that way you'll save your sharp edge. So this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Goodbye and God bless.
Backyard deer hunting, converting deer to dunner for pennies per pound, is perhaps my best known book, but I have others, like Practical Bow Fishing and my newest, Extreme Muzzleloading. For more information about my books, blogs, more than 130 videos, and radio show, Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.